Have you ever wanted to buy a three-dimensional printer and make anything that you have ever wanted? Well, now you can if you have $1,200, but you shouldn't be allowed to. There would be no way to monitor them to make sure that they are not being used to make weapons or other illegal items. No one should be allowed to have a three-dimensional printer in a regular household. Some may think that three-dimensional printers can be a useful project that is able to make cool gadgets, which it can. People can make cool customized phone cases, keychains, or a child's toy. Most people who get a three-dimensional printer won't use it to harm others or to create dangerous items. They will use it to create useful or interesting items that they want. For example, if a person needed a tool, then that person could create the tool with a 3D printer, rather than having to try and find it in a store. While this is helpful, this is not a strong enough reason to allow 3D printers to be in a regular household. Even though most people would only use 3D printers to create harmless items, a few people may use it for more sinister purposes. With the three-dimensional printers only costing $1,200, which is approximately the cost of one top-of-the-line pistol, many criminals may buy them and make their own guns, which would end up being cheaper in the long run. Additionally, there is no background check to create a pistol with a 3D printer. Guns have already been made by people using three-dimensional printers before. 2 guns that were made were fully functional and made by Yoshitomo Imura, who is a former employee for the Shonan Institute of Technology. After he made the 2 guns, he posted a video online about how to make them. So now anyone who has watched that video will know how to make a gun from a 3D printer. Even if someone is just making a weapon to show it for scientific reasons, once that video is posted on YouTube, anyone could see it. Once it's on YouTube, anyone can access the video and it never goes away. This can be dangerous not only for the person making the weapons in the printer because they may not know how to use the machine correctly, but it also can be dangerous for the general public because they could be attacked. Koji Inaba, a presiding judge, said the criminal responsibility for this act is very serious. With him being a judge, he is knowledgeable about the law and has experience with dangerous criminals. His concern is that watching these videos can encourage people to do the same acts that are dangerous and can be serious. Criminals can look online and see what to do and figure out how to make different types of weapons with a 3D printer. Then all that they would need is some material and they can make almost any type of weapon that would fit in the bed of a printer. Three-dimensional printers can be a very dangerous machine. However, the one time I saw one, it was very useful and wasn't used to make anything that is illegal. The one time that I saw a 3D printer in action, I was at Stafford Technical Center in Rutland. I was being shown around the STEM lab, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. They showed me a room where they had a laser cutter and a 3D printer. The printer was big, and I got to see some of the objects that they made. They made a couple of wrenches and some other objects that were really cool. The students there said to be able to even use the printer, they need to learn a lot about it, because if you go in there without knowing anything, it could end up bad. They also said that there are some chemicals involved that are sometimes dangerous. They also said that you can make basically anything with a 3D printer if you gave it a design. Even the one that they had could make a small gun. If you make copies of guns, that shows that 3D printers should not be allowed in a regular household. And the only place it should be allowed is in a scientific environment, like the STEM lab. Three-dimensional printers can be dangerous and make almost anything. A 3D printer can be dangerous if allowed in a regular house because anyone can make anything they want. Anyone can buy a 3D printer for $1,200, even criminals. Also, guns have already been made and are fully functional and easy to use, so criminals can make them too. Also, I've seen a 3D printer and what they can make, and they can make almost anything. Even though most of the things that people make with 3D printers won't be weapons or anything dangerous, that doesn't mean that everyone will be like that. There will still be some people that will make items that they should not be making. 3D printers should be sold to only people who use them for scientific reasons. Thank you.